welcome back to Adorabuild. My name is Ruth and my little dog is called Pucky, and today we're going to be checking out the final version of my modification of the Lego Friends Friendship House. So I will be putting up some images of not only the original official set but also my modification process over the past few videos, just so that we can start to remember where we've come from and what I have created for this particular build. So now that we've seen all of those images, let's move on and check out my finished modified build. Okay, so here we are with the front view of this particular build. And as we can see from the very get-go is the garage door has become a lot taller in order to be able to fit the mission vehicle in and out, which was one of the first changes that I actually made to this design. The other thing that I really wanted to make sure that I included in this build was the hamster playground. Now, I was so excited when I saw the images for this set, and I thought that this particular build would fit really well with my modification, because in the original design there was actually a hamster wheel included in the garden area. This one is just a lot more grand and a lot more detailed. So now that we've had a look at the front view, let's turn it around and have a look at the side with the balcony. So once again, in one of my previous videos, we have spent quite a bit of time having a look at this balcony area. So I won't go into too much more detail, but I have ended up including in some more green base plates down here just to finish off that area. And I have also been able to create a little area in order to store the ladder from the mission vehicle set. And I thought that that was quite a good place tucked under the slide there as well. As I stated previously, I have created a little area for Andrea's bird, and then I have also popped Andrea's sound system out on the balcony area for her as well. There is a place to store the stereo and a bird perch inside, but we will check that out later on when we're looking at the interiors. So let's quickly move around to the back view. So here we have the back of the friendship house, and you can see I have carried around the garden to this way, and I'd also quite like to find a place for Stephanie's bicycle, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. So for the moment it's just going to be propped up near that tree. I also included another one of these stickers up on this floor as well, and you can see that there is a little bit of a glass window there for the hamster enclosure, but we'll see that once we get into the interiors. I guess the biggest change was to add in another little turret on the top of the friendship tower. I did really like the one with the telescope and the winch in, but I thought it would just look super cute in order to be able to add in a second one of these. So now that we've checked out the back view, let's have a look at the final side. So this was also shown in quite a bit of detail when I actually installed the hamster playground. As I was finishing off this build, I also added in a lot more of the butterfly stickers as well, just in order to brighten up that particular view of this build. A few of the other little finishing touches that I made was just adding in some flowers, some paving, and I also added in these hearts, but I did swap them around a little bit so that they weren't necessarily consistent with the floor that matched the girls' colours. And you will notice that there are only 4 love hearts, and so Olivia doesn't actually have a love heart, but I figured that because she had the bedroom floor as well as the mission vehicle and as well as Olivia's hamster playground, that she actually had enough of a contribution to this household so that she wouldn't mind not having a heart. Now that we've looked at the exterior in complete detail, let's check out each of the interiors as well as the garden art rooftop. Okay, so let's start checking out each of the floors and also some of the details and interiors that I have put into place. So in order to start off, I do have to take out the fireman's pole. And now I will lift off the top floor. So as you can see here on the top floor, we've got lots and lots of plants. And I did want to keep these consistent with the garden that we do have next to the hamster playground. The other key thing that I did with this area was also make sure that the little turrets could be lifted off, just to make it a little bit easier to get in there and be able to move the figures around and play. Of course, one of my favourite areas is the little art area. So again, this particular easel and seat was taken from Emma's art stand. And then I have also added in an extra cushion down here for Chico. So that was a closer look at the rooftop art garden. Okay, so next off, let's have a look at the second floor. So there we have the bedroom area with, of course, the fantastic hamster enclosure as well, the little hamster house with the hamster wheel that was actually taken from the garden before the playground was installed. I have also used the same sleeping bag pieces that originally came with this set. So the only change that I made to these was to actually add in an extra white plate underneath the sleeping bag, not only to give it a little bit more dimension, but to also just make it look a little bit different from the flooring as well. And you can see in here that I have left the calendar in place. We do still have the television in place, and this has the secret map behind it. And then we also have the sticker of the girls in front of the friendship house here as well. So I did actually build in this section of the fireman's pole into the rooftop section as well. So there's the bedroom floor in more detail. Okay, let's have a look at the first floor now. So you can see that this is the little art area and hangout space. Again, this area is exactly the same as how it came in the friendship house with each of the coloured cushions for the 5 girls. I also had this little pin-up board area here as well, and then I created a space for Andrea's guitar too. And then in the original build we had one of these cupboards, but I have put in 2 matching ones in here as well. That one just opens up and you can see that there are some stickers in there as well, and this one opens up and it is blank because I didn't want to have matching stickers up here and matching stickers inside. And of course we can also pop in Andrea's stereo up here and store it up here when they don't want to use it outside on the balcony area as well. The last little space that I created was a little bird perch as well, and I wanted to make sure that this was stylized for Andrea's theme colors with the little gold stars and the pink and the purple and that beautiful golden yellow color as well, just so that it looked really nice and fresh and fitted in really well with this floor. And of course we've got the balcony doors opening out this way as well. So there we have it. So of course, last up we have the ground floor. Now this is going to be a little bit trickier to show you guys, so I'm just going to move some of these smaller pieces and some of the loose bits. So of course in here we have the garage with the mission vehicle inside, and that fits in there so nicely. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And we have the little front balcony on here as well. This particular balcony I have made so it actually doesn't lift off, but there is actually quite a lot of access in here. So I will just hold this up for you now. So you can see over here that we have the garage area, and that has just got a few simple little tiles in place. And then over this side we have the kitchen. Now the kitchen layout is exactly the same as in the original friendship house, just a little bit longer. And I am really pleased with being able to tile that kitchen floor in Stephanie's colours as well. I just think that it just makes that kitchen area look really finished off nicely. So now that we've had a look at that in more detail, let's just pop it all back together again. And so there we have my modular version of the Lego Friends Friendship House. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out, and it has achieved everything that I've wanted to do in this build by being able to include the mission vehicle and the hamster playground, by creating a really lovely area on the rooftop for Emma to be able to do her art, to have a hamster wheel indoors as well as outdoors, and a little perch for Pepper the parrot. And I am really looking forward to getting started on my next creation and modified build. As always, thank you so much for checking out my channel and watching this video. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. It would also be super fantastic if you would subscribe to my channel, especially if you adore the Lego Friends sets as much as what I do. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video, which will be out really, really soon. Please take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.